Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is MYSTICLONI coming to you today with a different type of message. I am here to talk about everything for Isis, and that is the goddess Isis that I'm referring to. I have here an oracle deck that I have pulled a few cards from, just three, and I really want to just kind of dive into it a little bit. The reason why I'm giving her honor today is in my time of need when I did have a an interaction with her. She gave me so many blessings, and for the chosen ones out there, those who on the path of knowledge and wisdom and learning and opening up your horizons to new wisdom and new earnings, that too, and new learnings. I remember when I first wanted to get information. I didn't find a lot of it out there on YouTube. So, to be quite honest with you, I am very nervous about this introduction to the world to show them and show you where I'm coming from. So, that means I'm just going to ease on back and allow her to really use me as a vessel, if you will. Because one thing I know for sure is that we're older than time itself, and I don't mean our bodies. I mean our energy. I mean that our even the DNA that's inside of us that has been passed on from ancients. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands of years that we haven't evolved as individuals, as humans, as races, no matter what color, size, or creed that you are. It's really already within us, our very divine being, the knowledge, the wisdom, the coherence, if you will, how everything cohesively goes together, who we are and who we're connected to. We're all interconnected. We all are divine beings, and you're here today just because you're interested in knowing more. You're here today because you were chosen. You're here today because you were drawn to this video. And that being said, I'm delighted you're here. I'm delighted to share the message. I'm delighted to share the loving energy of our goddess Isis. In fact, it's a full moon on this day, April 16, 2022, when I'm giving this video. And she's very much about the moon energy, a moon goddess, if you will. And channel your divine energy, channel your divine goddess in you when you really are looking to be that wonderful female version of yourself, or even for men who want to tap into their emotional side, their moon cycle. For women, we're all interconnected. You ever wondered why? I've wondered why. When it's time for a cycle and you're working with people, and you all, the females, we come like, man, is it your time? Yeah, it's my time. But I skipped a week and jumped over to your week. That is something to think about. No one seems to have the answers that I know of, but if you know something about that, please leave it in the description and talk about it. I love to learn more and share with the community, as well as hit the like button and subscribe. I would greatly love to grow my channel and have you be a part of it. Well, that being said, with the moon cycle, right? There's a reason when you look up in the sky and the beautiful glow of the full moon lights up the whole night sky, and it's awesome, right? And all that we can hear when we just sit quietly and listen. I remember when I was in my office in my home back in North Carolina, the voice of Isis came to me, and she let me know I could meditate, and I could talk to her, and I could ask her for guidance and for help. And I did just that. I did incense prayers, and my incense prayers were very general. It's just me writing down on a brown piece of paper my desires and my wishes, whether that was $500 that every week I needed to make, or $600 every week I needed to make. I was a business owner, so I wanted some income. Or was that simply somebody I wanted in my life that I might have a desire for? I didn't have a name of the person, but I had a desire for what type of person I wanted in my life. I wrote that and prayed for it. I might have anointed with some type of oil, if you will. The oil could have been for love. The oil could have been for money. The oil could have easily been just like I want to say cinnamon. I also put it in my incense prayer sometimes before I lit them, and that's what I call an incense prayer. You put it on something that's like a aluminum foil or something that's metal. You anoint it, you pray over it, you hold it in your hands, and you light it in prayer. And I was very much new to that. I had never heard anyone talk about it that way before, but I enjoy doing quite a few incense prayers. All right, so my divine women and men who are listening today, Isis energy is really a loving energy. She, as it has been said, she's like a mother energy. I've heard someone say that she's also like the harvest goddess, like for the Virgin Mary and son Horus. As you go back, and I ask that you do your own digging down and developing your own knowledge and wisdom, and hearing and seeing what you might find. Now, of course, we are listening to what men and women say, but at the same time, it's some the history as well in Egypt. And we're all here to learn and we're all here to grow. So the Eye of Horus is the first card I have, awakening the divine perception. And like I mentioned before, our perception is really already in tuned in our DNA. So we have so much that we can in embrace. It's engraved. That's what I'm. Oh, thank you. It's engraved in us. It's already engraved in that DNA. Oh, it's just, oh, yes, honey. It's already engraved in DNA. And also the moon cycles I mentioned here, the divine sisterhood, community of the spiritual sisters and brothers of the light. And we're already connected. So, I mean, for real. Like, we don't know all of our connected cousins. From the cousins, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of the world. You know, we have some that have traveled and traversed over land and came to Americas when all the planets, I mean the continents were connected, and going farther back in terms of how the connection worked. Even some who traveled and brought over into different parts of South America, Asia, Africa, and so forth. So it's just beyond comprehension how much we really are already intertwined and interconnected. The last card I have here is talking about the dark mysteries. Enter the chamber of dark goddess. So when you're asking all these questions and you're going into an area that seems like it's a forbidden taboo, you know, we've been taught that, but you want to break free from what you've been taught. Ask questions, do your own research. And not only that, but go within yourself. When you're really looking for answers, a lot of times it's just you asking the divine significant Isis, and asking for divine help before you go to bed, asking your questions before you go to bed. And in that darkness, guess what you get? You get a dream. A dream. You see things in your dreams. That is exactly in the darkness. We are star seeds. We have so much we don't see about ourselves and in ourselves. That is a whole universe, if you will. And you are great and you are divinely made. I hope this message today, and I'm sure I'll be sharing more, really gives you some interest in learning and just doing some more developing research to get your spiritual path where you want it. And so don't let me forget about the Eye of Horus. That being said, open up your third eye, your eye of intuition, your all seeing eye. In your life's path that you're taking, there are times when you will need a little bit more guidance as well. And as a divine one, you are intuitive. That's what I like to say to you. You are intuitive. You just want to tap in, you just want to ask. You are divinely guided. You have so many helpers around you, angels and all. I believe you do. And if you ask, you shall receive. It's so big. The universe is so huge. It's so much we don't know that we should allow ourselves to remain open to, as well as to receiving new knowledge and information. And I'm sure you're on that journey, or else you would have clicked on this channel. So I am so divided, a divine, all of the above. We're divine, you're divine. I'm delighted that you tuned in today. I'm delighted that I could share this with you. I'm delighted and grateful for our goddess Isis. And That being said, happy life. I know you are very much going to have a happy life, and I believe that you will be very, very embraced by her if you ask her to come into your life. You ask her, and I know it's so much that we've been taught if you have a past like I do from Christianity that would say this is not an acceptable path. But I beg to differ. I beg to differ. And I hope that you do too. I hope that you do your research. I hope that you come back and join me. Thank you so much for tuning in today. This is Mystic Lonnie. I welcome questions and comments. Please leave them down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and go and be great.